Melbourne is the funds management centre of Australia, with approximately 120 fund managers operating in the city. Around 50% of Australia's funds and superannuation assets are currently managed from Melbourne. Of the 1 trillion Australian dollars invested nationally, 400 billion is under management in Melbourne.
Melbourne's financial services sector is very innovative and dynamic, and global in perspective. Melbourne is home to some of the largest industry superannuation funds, such as Cbus, Australian Super, Hester, Host Plus. We also have the head office of some of the national schemes, including UniSuper, Telstra Super and Aussie Post. It means that important decision makers from a fund management perspective are located here in Melbourne.
Melbourne's finance sector also benefits from the city's stable political and economic climate.
Melbourne has good regulation and an educated workforce, and we have stable government, and they're very attractive characteristics for a business in which to operate.
Two of Australia's big four banks, National Australia Bank and ANZ, have their head offices in Melbourne. The city's Dockland precinct is fast becoming Melbourne's financial services hub, with the National Australia Bank, AXA, Bendigo Bank and ANZ all recently relocating to state-of-the-art headquarters on the waterfront. Melbourne also has expertise in the area of environmental, social and corporate governance.
Melbourne is home to the Australian Council of Superannuation Investors, which is a group of like-minded investors with a particular interest in environmental, social and corporate governance. We're also home to the Monash Sustainability School of Research that undertakes research in that area as well.
Another important strength is the city's ability to weather market downturns.
We have a very good balance between government regulation, industry regulation and the role of market forces. So we have a good framework to avoid the excesses that have occurred in other global markets.
When it comes to shopping, Melbourne is a retail mecca. The city offers everything from large department stores and prime on-street brands to tiny laneway boutiques and specialty arcades.
To an outsider, Melbourne's retail sector is one of the most exciting and stimulating environments you could possibly come to. It's full of a rich and diverse range of retail activities, plus it's linked with all the cultural and civic activities of the city.
Melbourne's retail sector occupies more than 400,000 square metres of floor space and has grown significantly in recent years. From 1996 to 2006, the overall retail turnover of Melbourne's CBD grew by more than 18%.
At the moment we have around 750,000 people visiting the city on a daily basis. Half of that population is both working and living in the city. The rest are tourists and visitors from the suburban aspects of Melbourne, regional Victoria, interstate and international. And that's likely to grow to around 1 million people a day by 2012. So we can see that there's fundamental and extensive growth in the way in which Melbourne is used as a city.
Shopping for pleasure is among the top 10 activities for all domestic and international travellers to Melbourne. The city is in the midst of several exciting retail developments, including the upgrade of the Myer and David Jones department stores and the continued development of Docklands.
Well, the advantages to any business being based in Melbourne, retail or otherwise, is that the city is such a strong entity in its own right already. So you're entering an environment that is successful, it's popular, it's already extremely well liked by its customer base and extremely well visited.